May I speak with Rick and Susan? Good to see you. Welcome today.
Guruji, thank you.
Whoa.
So good to see you.
Uh-huh.
So good to see you.
Very good. Hello, Suzanne.
Hello, Muji.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yes. In the midst of emptiness, in the midst of stillness, I find the pendulum swinging, if not getting sucked into the world. You know, the issues of the war, school shootings, nasty politics, nasty people, and it's as if it sucks me out of that place of stillness and emptiness, and then I'm a mess, and trying to figure out I'm expected to be conversant with what's going on in the world, but I don't want to become part of that and lose the emptiness and the stillness that is essential.
Thank you. The emptiness and the stillness appears to be lost, whereas it is the only thing that cannot change, cannot fade or alter or disappear. What happens when we have this sense that something has been dislodged, we are again sucked into the field of the body-mind dramas. The whole world seems to be in this heightened tension of personhood and the fears and anxieties and aspirations that come with that state. So, as I said, and I've been sharing from yesterday, as we continue in our own private time to look and to deepen, let's not even limit it to any private time, because all situations and conditions are helping you to recognize, to discern, and to throw the attention back into the abyss of the unmoving self. What happens when we feel that that has become cloudy is when somehow, as you have already started saying, it's as though you're pulled back into the world. But before you're pulled into the world, what happens? You're pulled back into the state of personhood. Then, from the sense of personhood, the world the world arises very powerful for the sense of person, not for the presence. The presence is it's like the unlimited space, intelligent, sensitive, invisible, constant space, unchanging, which the fragrance or vibration or the resonance here is a kind of stillness and peace and a natural self-awareness beyond form. You know you're fully present and at peace, and only then does the senses will continue working, and the mind will maybe still appear, but it is a door. The correct proportion is here, where all these activities of the world, the changeful day by day, are appearing and playing in terms of our attention, and then dissolving, making way for the next appearance on the stage of consciousness like this. When you are observing already established in your natural state, and then all this that may arise in the dynamic field of consciousness, of the active consciousness, feels less than and are held in this, the immensity of the beingness, if you follow. As I'm speaking with you, Rick and Suzanne, I'm also looking at all the other faces here, because we are conversing now not about a particular person, but more a state of being or states of consciousness. So this sense, if you are speaking with the 50, 100, 200 people, not one of them by themselves have the power to pull you into the shape of personhood. No event by itself, because events are unstable and transient, momentary. They appear and disappear, and are very strongly linked to the subjective sense of person who is relating to them. And now, what is that to say then? Because in the state of the wider state of the impersonal being, it's not that one does not care. Because when we are in the state of personhood, we are often confronted, do I care about this or don't care about it? But in the space of being, the picture looks different. It has a softer, there's more spaciousness in you. You are not a fixed point. It's as though all that is appearing in the consciousness, in the realm of time, of past, present, or future, all of these are somehow momentary in their appearance. You see, they don't have the same impact, because the seeing is not personal. The seeing is wider and impersonal. You see, so but this tends to happen if you're in an environment where the mood temperature is very hot, and people are looking to you for answers and so on, and you're easily pulled into the shape that you think they see you to be, and then some turmoil will come. The self is not a point of view. It is very even state, and from here, what happens is that because it doesn't have a perspective and a point of view or an opinion about life, what happens, it addresses each situation in their unique manifestation, and it's as though you don't know beforehand what you are going to say. But being one with that, it is from here that the responses come quite spontaneously, to the extent that you yourself may feel that you are hearing yourself speak for the first time. It's beyond the character and the limitation of the character of personhood, you see. Can I put it in a simpler way? No. It's as though sometimes, I remember using an example, supposing, you're surrounded by 100 people are approaching you to hug you, okay? You don't know them, and I say, you say, but I feel terrible about this. I don't want to be involved in this. And I say, let them hug you, but you don't hug anyone. Let it just happen. So what will have to change in you? They are coming, they're surrounding, coming in. And from the personal place, it's going, oh no, I don't like this. This is a crowd, I feel claustrophobic. This is noise of the mind and the person. But I say, no, just remain in your being, and just allow what to happen. Don't judge anything. Allow, but you stay in your formless awareness. So this happens, and this body is caressed, and people say, I love you, or I hate you, or whatever it is. But you're in the neutrality of your own beingness, you see. Now, I'm not saying by this example, in the position you find yourself in, where you are being asked and people looking to you for answers as a minister or something like that, and somehow you feel, I've got to give them answers, and I've got to give them the kind of answers that they like. Well, actually, when you come from the place of beingness, you are not so much aimed at answers that people like or dislike, but answers that will somehow help them to, let me say something else. When you are established in your own natural state, somehow that gets infused also in those who are with you. It's as they come into your field. It's a more powerful field. Fear is also a strong field. Yeah, anxiety is a field, but serenity and this state of being is also a tremendous field, one that people deeply beyond their intention, something in them. The being in you is already so formed to respond to that state. And I've noticed this in a very practical way, very often, without actually doing something. I'm now recalling one example that we went out as a group from Sahaja. We went out to have an evening at a pizza restaurant in the Algarve, a very tourist place. But we find ourselves there. We had booked a table. We arrived there, and it was like a Saturday night, full swing, a lot of noise and very chaotic. A lot of clinking glasses, some dropping, and James Brown on the. on the speakers, and quite a sound. We all, everyone sat down. About 18 of us sat at the table, and I could see on the faces like, whoa, what have we dropped ourselves into? A bit like that. I said, don't worry about anything at all. You just be present, and be present as presence itself. And we'll wait until the service comes. And we sat there. I said, don't go in your mind. Don't judge anything, just reminding, just stay as you are, and be very present, and trust that we are here. We are here also as presence also. And what happened is something that many people find very amazing. In 5 minutes, everything began to slow down in the restaurant. Slow down. Somehow it's as though something had happened and everyone became more quiet, tangibly more peaceful. They even changed the music. They even changed the music. We did not ask them. I don't know if anybody, some people in the room was there. Some of my team, they were putting their hands up. They were there to know what I'm speaking. So even the music changed from James Brown, which I like, to nice, some soft Buddha bar music came on, and the atmosphere is changing. Conversations kind of calmed down. The staff became more calm. They came over very nice. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Welcome. And what can we do? And everything. It was so tangible. And it has happened on and on. These things happen. No request. Excuse me, could you turn the music down? Could you change the music? It's a bit noisy. No request made. Sitting only inside your own beingness. No judgment, no resistance, no reaction. Resting inside the very heart of awareness. And the atmosphere changed. Why it changed? Why? These people are not particularly religious people or spiritually minded people necessarily, a full bag. People on holiday also. What happened? And I didn't see that any of them were looking around at each other like, what's going on? Why are we so quiet? Actually, they fell into a kind of silence that felt very natural. So trust in your own beingness, not expecting it to have an impact on your environment, but not that you need to be pulled out to meet the world that is appearing in your mind. So this steadfastness, this stabilizing in the heart is very, very agreeable state also, because as you somehow shift from the state of personhood into the deeper presence, impersonal presence, your environment change. Your climate becomes more peaceful and calm. You don't feel hurried. And also the environment around you feels more receptive to that. I will include even animals in that environment will already respond in a good way. And so this again comes back to your own self. Don't mind who is there. It could be politicians, it could be revolutionaries. Well, I don't know how far we get with two strong states of mind like that, but it can happen to such an extent that the energy in the room may be so dynamic, so loud, that if you're grounded, somebody will leave. Some people may leave, and others may just, in a very natural, unprovoked way, settle down in their being. That's the power of your own centeredness. Don't go expecting anything also. Don't feel, okay, I'm going in as being, I'm gonna tranquilize the whole room. No, don't do that, because that I cannot do it.
So helpful, so helpful.
Yes, so it's really just a call not to see who is in the room and who you got to speak to. Don't be intimidated by anything at all. As you continue to stabilize in your own beingness, that anxiety already strips away. And you don't have to prepare in any other way. In any other way. I had the good fortune of one time when one of my visits to the United States, Shree's with me, she will remember that, my host, where I was staying, were two people who were mathematicians, and I never heard that as a career. I was just about good at sums. So I was invited there. I did not choose them. I was invited there. And in the evening, when we sat for a meal, they introduced. I said, actually, I am a mathematician. My wife is also a mathematician. And it was the first time I'd encountered that terminology in that way. They said, oh, not that you teach math, you're a mathematician. I don't know what that means. And we had the most profound evening, actually. At the end of which they say, oh, you're a mathematician. I said, not at all. No, not at all. Because somehow, why I'm saying this is that anyone, as you are grounding in the heart of being, remember, it is before anything that arises. Somehow, your conversations, the quality of your meetings are grounded already in the essence. And you'll find yourself somehow moving in some equanimity, some resonance with the atmosphere and climate you meet. You will not know how. For this reason, sometimes I've had conversations with people who call themselves scientists and philosophers and so on. I said, let's go and see. What are we going to... I don't know. But the conversations turn out to be healthy and powerful, and something feels like it's guiding the whole thing. No, I'm not saying this for anyone who says, oh, I would like to be like that, I want to do that. No, simply your urge is to rest inside your own being, to discover this, and to honor that. And whatever you're called to do, whether it's to wash up some dishes or whatever, there's a harmony about it. It will respond appropriately to whatever needs there are for the moment. And you'll observe that with great joy.
This is so helpful. It is as if you have stepped inside of everything I'm experiencing at the moment and provided the antidote.
Yes. Yourself is the antidote. Your own beingness is the antidote for innumerable ills and discords and seeming disharmonies. I'm not saying that you have answers for things. I don't have answers. I don't have any answers. I don't even carry the sense that I know anything. More than absolutely emptiness. I'm not moving with some preconceived... If I ever move in a place I think, oh, I know this subject, I will get into trouble, I'll tell you. You are the subject. Now, nobody needs to rush forward and say, I'm going to put this into practice or something. Just continue as you are, being in your satsang, following the guidance, recognizing your discovery, being one with the knowing, that the knowing and being are one somehow. This is not an intellectual conviction or statement. It's a very natural thing. Even today I was saying to someone, one of my team, not that I know I am the awareness. Be the awareness. Stay as the awareness. For the one who says, I know I am the awareness, is not the awareness. It's still from the mind coming. And it's not a question of learning to say the right words. You don't need to be eloquent or even elegant. You can be totally unprepared as far as in not doing any research. It's enough to rest in one's being. Sometimes people are not interested in what beingness is, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what environment you find yourself in. Something is already moving in a state of equilibrium and natural harmony, though it is not moving. It's good like
so
this,
much.
Rick. Thank you. Good to see you.
Very good.
Suzanne.
Thank you so
Thank you. Very good.
much. Much love to you.
Thanks
Thank
to
you.
you. Thank you. Same to you. Thank you.